I bet you wonder where I've been. Hey, y'all. It has been over a year and a half since my last episode. And that last episode was meant to be a mid season address. It was supposed to be a short break, and then we were going to continue the season, but life be lifing sometimes, and things obviously did not go as planned. I plan to take a few weeks, maybe even a couple of months to regroup and get back to recording. But when I tell y'all the last 18 months of my life have been unbelievable, they really have been. So, in this episode, I'm going to catch you up on my life, tell you what's been going on, and talk to you about where Modern Philosophy, the podcast, is headed. So let's go back. It seems like way back now to May of 2021, which was when the last episode was released. At that time, I was a couple of months into a copywriting gig with a local company, and I was on a contract writing for one of the largest cannabis companies in the country. Y'all, these folks paid me to write about weed. It was fantastic. I took the job because, as I've mentioned before, being an entrepreneur means that there's an ebb and a flow in income sometimes. And also, as you know, I'm a Trader Joe's trollop, formerly a Whole Foods hoe. And I am willing to do almost whatever it takes to keep the lights on and short ribs in the freezer. I thought I would be able to manage a full-time gig as well as building the podcast, but things just did not work out that way. So, what ended up happening was a summer of traveling and fall touring colleges in person and managing my full time copywriting job, plus trying to build the production company that makes the podcast and all of my media happen while also trying to remain healthy. I was doing a lot, y'all. In August of 2021, I lost my last living grandparent, Winnie Carter, and we affectionately called her Ma. She was 95 years old. So I spent a lot of the fall reconnecting with my family in the midst of this great loss. Then, shortly after, I was back on the road. In October, I got an amazing opportunity to visit South Africa, which, if you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, I've posted quite a bit about. It was a life altering experience, and I owe y'all, honestly, an episode on that trip. But by November, I was spending more time in Chicago with my extended family and then wrapping up the fall tour. So, December 2021 brought a new strain of COVID, and y'all know Kwanzaa is my favorite time of year. It was super quiet and super small because I got a cough and I didn't know if it was COVID, so I canceled it. And then we did it later with a smaller crowd. So that really kind of had me down. And that's how I ended 2021. I ended the full-time copywriting gig that year in preparation for a tour in January of 2022. So by spring semester, I was back on the road full time, making some major investments in Philosophy Media Group and getting accustomed to being on the road again after COVID. This year was the first February, or rather, last year was the first February I got to tour my book Smoke in person. And I realized that that book still has so much more work to do in the world. So by March, I was dating again, and I've spent the summer filming a new documentary and working on a new book and album, which is super exciting. I've been creatively in my bag, but also very much behind the scenes, doing a lot of the work that the audience doesn't see. And after the tour, I can say that I've spent most of my time at home and in my in home production studio. Then I thought it was time to get back into my podcast, but an opportunity came along to become the producer of another podcast, the Black Health Podcast. And we have completed their first season with Philosophy Media Group. I am so proud to have them as a part of the PMG family. So be sure to check out the Black Health Podcast. That's BLKHLTH. And I am really, really happy to be working with them and to be just expanding our reach. I am single again after a summer of dating, and I am at peace with that. Y'all be sure to stick with us next season because there is a story to tell about how this summer dating went, and I am going to tell y'all. But I gave dating a lot of my attention last year, and now I'm going to reallocate that attention to some of the other things that bring me joy. I talked a bit in the last episode about having to shift energy and priorities sometimes. However, there is a grief that comes with sometimes having to put dating on hold or an idea on the back burner or an idea in the parking lot where you'll come back for it later. But I know how to sit with grief, and more importantly, I know how to keep working towards my goals and desires. Even if it doesn't happen exactly when I want it to happen, I still keep working, and that's what I've been doing. I've been laying a foundation. So then there was fall of 2022, which brought more show dates and a lot of planning about the future of Ashlee Haze Inc. and PMG LLC. Y'all, I have had so many conversations with my business partners and the people who invest in us about what we are going to be doing over this next year and even the long haul. And so I landed my first national commercial deal with TV1 for their Urban Honors Award show, which airs January 16th. And I got to produce that along with my brother and longtime collaborator, Sherrod Allen. I cannot tell y'all how happy it makes me when people text me and they say, "Hey, I heard your voice on TV. I knew that was you." That's like I'm sorry, y'all. That was like a really big deal for me. And I have a tendency to sometimes act like I'm unfazed or, like I am super humble, right? But I am really proud of the fact that now I can say that my voice has been on a nationally syndicated spot. So that's super exciting. PMG also launched our first publishing competition intended to elevate the voices of non-men of color from the South, and winners will be announced in February. We got 17 entries, and I cannot wait to read these stories. When I saw some of these names, I was like, oh my God, I cannot wait to read this work because it's people I know, people have been following me and community with me for a while. And I'm so happy that I get the opportunity to produce a book and an audiobook for someone this year. So that should be really exciting. Well, it'll likely release next year, but either way, I'm super excited that that process gets to happen. We have so much going on at PMG as a new company, and I really can't wait to see what's next for us. Then the holidays got really interesting. I was in a car accident that totaled my car shortly after Thanksgiving, but as you can see, I'm okay. But we've just been dealing with the aftermath of that, and of course, the pain that comes along with being in an accident. And I got COVID just in time for Christmas, but all is well now. I tested negative just in time for Kwanzaa, and our Kwanzaa party was as beautiful as I could have imagined. And so now I'm working on re-releasing my audiobook, Smoke, with new sound design and really embarking on the world of narration and voice art. I really love being here, and I think I'm gonna park it here for a while, y'all, if that's okay with you. I'll still be doing some stage work. You all will still see Ashlee Haze creatively, and you'll be getting a lot more Spotify stuff, streaming stuff from me this year. But I really love being on this microphone. I think that this is what I'm meant to do, and so I'm going to be obedient to that. And I really have felt like a part of me has been missing since I've been away from this microphone. But I always knew that I would come back. I knew that I would come back home, and here I is. So we're officially wrapping up season 4 after an unexpected 18-month hiatus, and we will be reintroducing the Modern Philosophy podcast. This coming season, we are delivering what we have been working towards for the past 3, probably 4 years now. So I'm going to need a drum roll, please. Modern Philosophy Season 5 will be a video podcast season. I am so happy about this, y'all. We worked so hard. We saved so much and invested so much to be able to have a video podcast that you all can stream on YouTube. And I am so excited that that is about to happen. And this is thanks to the hard work of Ian A. Lewis, my co-producer, and our team. We are ready to finally make that transition. And I'm so blessed to have a team of folks committed to the vision of making modern media for modern thinkers. I have a lineup of returning voices and some new voices. And just like before, you can listen to the new episodes on Fridays. In the meantime, though, be sure to follow Modern Philosophy on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to Philosophy Media Group on YouTube and share this podcast with somebody. And remember to leave us a message at anchor.fm/modern philosophy. That's modern with an E on the end, philosophy. And the song of the week is Alien Superstar by Beyonce. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me the way that you do. None of this happens without people who listen to Ashlee Haze, who listen to my work, who read my work and follow on Instagram and engage, and who see me and who are part of my community. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I have so much gratitude to be back here on a new microphone, by the way. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I got a new mic. I'm super excited to be here. So in the meantime, y'all, make sure you subscribe, get ready for season 5, re-listen to your old episodes, check me out on Apple Podcasts, on Anchor, on Spotify, and y'all, most importantly, please remember to hydrate, moisturize, mind your business, and wash your hands. I can't wait to see y'all in season 5. Let down.